Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not... What was that? Doing the centipede. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost. I'm YouTube famous now. Peekaboo. Available in 2020. The album Dad AF. Just hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, tingling too. I was just watching TikToks and they were playing Christmas music, so now it's like stuck in my head. In September, we haven't even had Halloween yet. But if you don't know, what you don't know is a lot, okay? Labor Day is over, which means squid. It is Halloween. So anyway, let's get into this video today. Today, we're gonna talk about Tana Mongeau's apology video. And if you don't know what air quotes mean, that means I thought it was a complete joke. Go see my other video that I just did about Tana Mongeau a couple days ago. I took 2 days off to just kind of hang out and relax, and I didn't make any videos, and people were like, Peter, where are your videos? But I did post my vlog every single day. So if you don't know, what you don't know is a lot. I now have Glamour Shots. Yes, 6 channels. I have this channel, I have a vlog channel, I have a meditation channel where I talk about things I've learned in my life, mistakes I've made, and how I've grown from that. I have my booktube channel, I have my review channel, and yes, I have my brand new channel called Peter Does Stuff, which is where I just do random things and tell random stories about such things. So anyway, that first video will be up this week, and I'm very, very excited about it. All right. I also want to say, if you don't know, what you don't know is a lot, that I have new merch over on my merch store. Thank you to everybody that has purchased it. It's been incredible, and I really, really appreciate it. I'm kind of in love with a lot of this merch. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I have a brand new candle with the Poorhouse Company, and this candle is the... Here, I got to turn this down so you guys can see it. It's the Be Too Much candle. I now have 6 candles at the Poorhouse Company. So the link will be listed below. If you buy from the link, yes, I do get some compensation off of that, but you don't have to buy it from the link. You can just go to the Poorhouse Company. You can buy your candles over there. Let me tell you what this candle smells like. I told her, she was like, what do you want it to smell like? And I was like, I want it to smell like a day at the spa. And that's exactly what it smells like. It smells kind of like, okay, you go to the beach, and then you come back to get your 5 o'clock massage, and then you take a nap, and while you're sitting there getting your massage, you're like, what are those amazing aromatherapy smells? It's kind of a little like going to the beach, you know, like late summer. It smells so, 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 so good. So go check it out. Like I said, I have 6 candles over there. I think 2 of them are Peter's Haunted House and Peter's something else, Monster Bash, are Halloween scents. And then there's one that's called Peter's Drama Class, which is smells just like my cologne. And then there is Peace and Serenity for my meditation channel. It smells like lemons. And I have one more candle over there, and I don't know what it smells like. So ASMR coming to you soon. So go check out those candles. Thank you for my little public service announcement. And now let's get into the video. Before I talk about Tana Mongeau and all this stuff, I want to have a very serious moment. And I mean that. In all honesty, I want to have a serious moment for a second. So this past weekend, makeup artist Ethan Peters, who is known on his social media as Ethan is Supreme, passed away, allegedly from an overdose, is what they're saying. And his father came out with a statement, I think, to Fox News, and very, very tragic. I think, you know, he was 17 years old, and I think many of you know that I have been sober for 25 and a half years. I got sober when I was 22 and a half years old. I take sobriety extremely seriously. I got a comment not too long ago when I was talking about sobriety and things like that, and somebody said, they made a comment, and I don't know why this comment kind of bothered me. I get a lot of comments about my sobriety and people questioning things and whatever, and that doesn't really bother me because I stay sober for myself today. But this comment was interesting, and somebody said, you know, Peter comes across as like the gatekeeper of the recovery community. that has never been my intention. My intention is to get my story out there so that maybe just one person can stay sober. I don't really care how you do it. For me, I went to a treatment program, and then I have chosen to work a 12-step program in my life. I know a lot of people that just quit, using. I know people that went into treatment programs and didn't work a 12-step program and have never picked up since. I know people that have gone to church and that has worked for them, or people that have replaced it with other things that they have been interested in their lives, healthy, other things that are healthy for them, like working out or whatever. A lot of people go and, go to school. There are so many different ways, to get sober. I'm not saying that my way is the only way, and I definitely do not believe that. But what I do believe in is that people are dying every single day as a result of the disease of addiction. And I just said this in my vlog last night. I don't even argue with people over whether or not it's a disease, because I don't really care what other people think. I believe it's a disease. It is a disease as defined by the American Medical Association. But to be honest with you, whether you agree it's a disease and I agree it's a disease or not, I'm not going to argue over it. I think we should all be coming together to share our stories and supporting people so that not one more person dies. And I think it is absolutely tragic that Ethan passed away. Many people know that Ethan had made some mistakes in his career as a social media public figure. And I think the thing that's saddest for me was when I was reading comments on Twitter about his passing. Like Manny MUA had put up something about it. Sending love and support to his family and things like that. The thing that was really sad to me was that there were a lot of people in there that were making really, really cruel remarks. And I thought, where are we today, in the world of social media, which is such a huge part of all of our lives, which even in such delicate, simple moments as that, that somebody could have such hatred in their heart. It really makes, I really don't understand it, and it really makes me very, very sad, honestly. I think that if you're somebody out there that feels so strongly in those moments, maybe we need to question who we are. And I think the saddest thing for me is that Ethan was 17 years old. He never had a chance to rectify, his mistakes of his past. And who is to say that if he had gotten sober at 18, 19, 21, 22, like I did, that he wouldn't be able to, rectify those mistakes and continue to grow as a person and as a human being. And the reality is that we'll never know. And that's the saddest thing about it, right? So maybe instead of sending hatred out to somebody out there, in light of all of this, we can maybe send some love and support to their family and friends. I've seen a lot of his friends, put things on social media that are just devastated. I can't even imagine, going through, well, I can because I've lost, and I said this the other day in a video. I said that I've lost hundreds and hundreds of friends to overdoses, and people were like, I got a couple comments, and people were like, how could you possibly have lost hundreds of friends? Well, I've been sober for 25 and a half years. 4 people a year would be 100 people in 25 years. And it's literally been probably 8 to 10 to 12 every year of people that I've known that have passed away. So yeah, it is hundreds, and it breaks my heart. And I want to send some love and support out to Ethan's family and his friends in this difficult time. And I want to encourage those of you that are sober out there to continue to share your stories, to let people know that it's possible, and that there are many of us out there that are thriving. I just was watching TikTok, and this TikTok came up, this guy going to all these sober people and saying, what's the thing you're most proudest of since you've been sober? And somebody said they're getting their license back. Somebody said not going to jail. Somebody said, I'm going to school. Somebody said staying sober, and there's a life out there beyond your wildest dreams, and you can do it if you want to stay sober. And never give up hope for those that you love out there, My mom got sober when she was 51 and a half, and I never thought that she would ever get sober. I never did, and we shared 13 years together of sobriety, and it was the magical years of us together. So I just wanted to say that on here, For me not to say anything and be a sober person, I would feel like I was being negligent to what I so believe in, and it makes me very, very sad. I had just said in a video not too long ago Mongeau, because you guys know I take this very, very seriously, that we're losing, you know, artists, and we're losing people that could be attorneys, or, you know, people that could be mothers and grandfathers and boyfriends and girlfriends. And it's so tragic to me, you know, that at any age, but especially when they're younger, we never know, you know, we never will know now what his life could have become, or, you know, that what he could have learned from the things that he made, the mistakes that he made in his past. And it just really breaks my heart. So with that being said, let's get into the video. I wanted to talk about Tana Mongeau today. I finally got my Lunar Beauty lip gloss. So I purchased 4 Celine's, and then somebody sent me 2, so I have 6. Can you believe it? My life, there is a God. There is a God. And I was just talking to a friend of mine today, and she was like, you're so right. She was like, the Lunar Beauty, do you see what it does? I mean, it's so fantastic. She said, I was watching a review and it was cracking me up of the Patrick Ta lip gloss, because I did it on my review channel. I just did a haul over there of Sephora, and I compared the Lunar Beauty to the Patrick Ta, and the Lunar Beauty is much better than the Patrick Ta. I mean, it honestly is. And the Patrick Ta holds its own. It really does. And I said, you know what I think is funny is that I think people don't really think I wear lip gloss, but I really do wear lip gloss a lot, like just like off camera, you know? So anyway, got my Lunar Beauty lip gloss, and life can go on now. I wanted to, my candle, put it down here. I wanted to read some comments from, well, not comments, but this Twitter thread that I didn't do the other day, because I did this video about Tana, and I said in the video that I was going to read this Twitter thread that I had posted, and I never read any of the comments because the video was, of course, 30 minutes long, so I was like, I'm not going to read those comments at the end, and so I thought, well, I'll get on here today and read the room. Are you ready? Okay, so I posted this tweet. Let's see. It was before I did my video, and I said, this is 3 days ago. Since people are asking, oh, no. I said, since people are asking, Tana took 3 months to make her video. I think I'm going to wait until tomorrow to make my response. But anyway, then I posted, so before I make this Tana apology video, response, whatever, let me know, like whatever it is, let me know what you thought of her apology. And it got 282 comments, 5 retweets. Only 5 retweets, my God. Charli D'Amelio got her own Dunkin' Donuts drink. I don't have mine at Starbucks. James Charles has the pinkety drinkety. And I only get 5 retweets. Come on, people. By the way, I went and reviewed the Charli drink, it's called, over at the Dunkin' Donuts today. So go check out my review channel and you can see what I thought of Charli D'Amelio's drink at Dunkin' Donuts. And then it got 604 likes. Well, that's a lot of likes for me. I'm pretty Twitter famous if you didn't know. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, let's read on here. So before I make this Tana apology video, response, whatever, let me know what you thought of her apology. So let's get into this. So my good Judy Mel, who I run my true crime, well, she and I, it's our true crime book club together. It's listed below. Go check it out. She said, complete emotionless BS. And then my good Judy Stephanie, who I went to high school with. Hey, Stephanie, how are you doing? Let me tell you about Stephanie, okay? Back in the day, we used to drive around and we smoked clove cigarettes and listen to the Smiths and the Cure and telling gossip stories. Of course, now look at me later. And we would listen to all this music and drive. We thought we were the answer. We thought we were the answer. We thought we were gold, and we were. You couldn't tell us otherwise. So anyway, hey girl, she said, I don't have a dog in this fight, but I'm sure you will be fair. I was really fair, I thought. Then Crystal said, I feel like people like her just feel like they have to apologize at this point. But I guess she apologized, so it is what it is. But the election campaign at the end was weird. And I agree. I thought that the whole thing at the end was kind of a deflection tactic. Like, I don't know. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me that she said that, like, at the whole, I didn't get it, you know? Like, it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me why she chose to include it. And it took away from whatever the video was attempting to be, which was, I think, 231 jump cuts or something like that. Oh my God. Okay, Kat said, her apology screamed, I'm irritated I have to do this, but I've ticked the box, now get off my back. I have a COVID party to go to, they said. Oh my, okay. Someone said, oh, Heather said, did she upload at 1.25 speed? I thought it was very fast too. I didn't understand that. Like, it just seemed like she was like, I was a beatboxer in my past life, in case you didn't know. Okay, so then, Tiandra, hey girl, she said, it was fake and phony, like her, wish she could be better. I wish she could be better too. I really want Tana to do better. Tana, we were rooting for you, Tana. Okay, like every time she makes one of these videos and she says she wants to be a better role model for her platform and all that kind of stuff, it's literally a month later and she's doing something toxic. And this is just her brand. It's do something, apologize for it, do something, apologize for it, do something, apologize for it. But now, okay, she said that she will never be making another apology video. So I'm kind of wondering what she's just going to take immediate responsibility for it when it happens. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens down the road. I know I take my glasses off a lot. I know. Squid. Okay. Tasha said, Tana plus apology equals BS, and I learned my lesson a long time ago. Don't bother, who'd care. Alexa said, so terrible. I am 24, and I feel like an authentic apology is something that isn't scripted or rehearsed. Okay. Amen. I 100% agree with that. And you know, the thing is, and I said this in my last video, Laura Lee got so much crap for that. I mean, you literally put in Laura Lee apology on YouTube, and there's just tons and tons and tons of parody videos of it, okay? Or people picking it apart, nobody's doing that to Tana. There's like a few people, right? That video was so bad. Laura Lee's apology, I mean, yes, it was like this. People were accusing her of faking her crying and that it was like fake and all that kind of stuff. And maybe it was. I don't know, right? And I was hard on her at the time too. But in retrospect, and like I said this in my last video, I would rather have somebody get on and show some real emotion versus not. And this is the thing, is that, you know, like, what was his name? I can't even remember what the guy's name is now that came out and said Jeffree Star said he can't be canceled. I think there's several people out there that really truly believe that they can't be canceled. I think Jeffree Star's one of them. I think Tana Mongeau's one of them. Shane Dawson's probably one of them. I think these people just think they're rather untouchable. And you know, to some degree, I'm kind of starting to wonder if that's true. You know, like Jeffree Star has just moved on and continued to do what he wanted to do, never addressed anything from the past, and it's working for him. Tana Mongeau put this video out. She'll go on, she'll continue to post. Her audience, who is younger, will continue to watch her and buy her products. You know, Shane Dawson eventually will probably come back around, and, you know, people that watch him and like him. I mean, if you go look at the Shane Dawson stuff, there's people that are like, we love you, King. We stand you, King. You know, we'll always support you and all that kind of stuff. So it's like, I mean, he'll make it out on top too. So they really are, to some degree, they really are rather untouchable. And I think they know that. So then they're bothered by the fact that they have to come out and do this apology because they don't really believe it anyway, right? Like they're saying it because they know that they're appealing to the masses, so to speak. And then they can say, I've done this, right? Like, I did do the apology video that you asked me to, but like, I don't really get any kind of sincere. There was not one moment in Tana's video that I ever thought was sincere or genuine or authentic. Not one moment where I felt like she was really just talking to her people. It was so scripted and contrived, the whole thing. Okay, Alex just put thumbs down. Okay, let me see what this person's name is. HCMC said, I don't understand why these F-ups who continuously need to make apology videos don't just ask a drama channel to do an apology. Interview, Barbara Walters style commenters, ask the questions. Peter conveys those, then influencer answers, no scripts, no cut. You know, it's interesting because somebody commented and said, like, you know, you really said something about you really should be the PR to these people and whatever. No, I don't know about all that. But like, I've gotten that comment like for years now, you know, that people are like, you know, they should hire you to do PR. I tried, okay? And there are other drama channels I know for a fact that have tried in talking to these people and said, what you should do is this, okay? This would come across as genuine, or this would be genuine if you did this, right? And they do the exact opposite. I mean, I can think of probably 4 or 5 drama channels that I've talked to through the years that I know for a fact have talked to influencers, including myself, right? That have said, this is what you need to do, and they do the exact opposite. The exact. And then you ask them, do you have a PR person? They're like, no, I do this all on my own, right? Like they don't talk to people about this. They just think they have it all figured out, right? And the reality is you have to think, the majority of these people got really, really famous off of social media, but they're young, so they don't really know how to do image consulting and things like that. But it's not anything genius. I mean, it's not like, okay, and most of you out there could be PR, you know, people then to them, because you're sitting on the outside watching it and you're like, this is absolute buffoonery what they did. Like, if they had even thought about this for 1 second. Like, I think like one thing that Tana doesn't understand, right, is she should have either got on video and said, I'm not apologizing for this. I don't understand what I did, and until I do, I'm not apologizing for it. Or she should have gone on camera and said, I'm just like, I feel so horrible, you know? Tana Mongeau has been somebody that has made a career off of getting on camera and being unscripted and just talking to her fans. So then when she does the complete opposite of that and she doesn't talk to her fans, it's so unsettling. It just seems so out of the norm. It's just completely uncomfortable, you know? All right. Olive said, I thought it was written well and covered a lot of actual real points, so kudos to the script writers. Doubt she felt it though. Felt like she was attacking us with that delivery. Hated the end, how she made it about voting. End with a conclusion and restate your apology. Duh. I mean, that's basically like intro paragraph, 3 paragraphs, conclusion. I mean, we learned that in 3rd grade, right? Oh, I mean, Gabby Hanna, actually, she learned compliment sandwich. When Gabby Hanna said something about the compliment sandwich and was coming for all these people saying stuff to her, didn't we learn the compliment sandwich in 3rd grade? Okay, the compliment sandwich is that if you're going to critique somebody, you give them a compliment, you critique them, and then you give them a compliment. Okay, compliment sandwich, get it? No, I never learned that. I never learned that. I learned that, you know, you are direct and honest with somebody, you try to say it in the nicest way as possible. I've never heard about that compliment sandwich that I guess whatever school she went to, they had all their children sheltered so that they didn't get any critiques whatsoever. Aaron said I didn't make it through 5 minutes. Real Life Bratstall said, oh my God, she finally posted one. Okay, let me go down here because there's so many comments and get some other people. Tammy said, a waste of time, hers and mine. She should do better. And then she said, I meant it was a waste of time. The sweatshirt is the wrong color. It should be gray. I thought it was gray. People were saying it's white, but if you look at it on camera, I would have sworn it was gray. And then people also said, because I want to correct myself, that she's apparently been wearing this pair of Vera Wang pearls for like, I don't know who, the last couple weeks or whatever. Okay, if that's the case, then she's been doing that in preparation for making this video. So anyway, that's how I feel about it. Okay, wait. It's like, oh my God, I got out of my tweet. Oh my Lord, I got out of my tweet. Hold on. Gotta go down, get some good ones here. Okay. Gab said she was like a robot and her apology to Nessa wasn't even an apology. It was an excuse claimed as an apology. I agree. If I was simply Nessa, I would be very hurt by this whole situation. It was like insult to injury. It really was. It was like, well, we acted like 16-year-old girls and I don't really feel like I did anything anyway and I don't know what she's talking about. Like, there was no apology in that. There was no accountability. So therefore, why even address it in there? And if I was simply Nessa and I'd been waiting for this apology that she supposedly promised, like, that part was like so uncomfortable to me, especially since it was scripted. It was like she can't even take responsibility. She's refusing to take responsibility for this part, you know? If you had a problem with what have you ever had somebody apologize to you and it's like they hit you, you know? Like, let's say somebody hits you and you're like, ow, damn, right? And then they apologize. What they apologize for is that they say like, I'm really sorry that you were upset that I hurt you. Like, they're apologizing for you, not for them. Like, they're not apologizing like, I'm sorry that I hurt you, right? Or I'm sorry that I hit you. Which is why I said in my last video, I'm not big on the words I'm sorry, because when I was growing up, my dad taught me that I'm sorry just means forget what I just did, right? So, like, if you're really going to take responsibility for something, show growth, okay? State the action that you did, state that you understand the action, take responsibility for that. If that's in the form of saying I'm sorry or, you know, I'm responsible for what happened, whatever, explain what you're going to do moving forward so that it doesn't happen again and show that it's not going to happen again. Like, that's, I think, pretty simple, you know, like for compliment sandwich, you know what I mean? Like, did we not learn that on going to the school bus? I mean, like, I don't understand, you know, like, okay. I mean, that's kind of like when somebody like goes and gets a cookie out of the cookie jar. Who stole the cookie from the cookie jar? Anyway, it's kind of like, you know, you steal the cookie out of the cookie jar when you're like 4 or 5 years old, right? And your mom looks at you and she says, did you take the cookie? And you go, no, and you lie, right? Which is what all these influencers learned. And then they kind of stopped learning right then, right? That's where Tana says in her video that she says, like, the only lesson I've learned, the only lesson she's learned is that do whatever it takes to have people like me, okay? So when your mom says to you, did you steal the cookie out of the cookie jar? You say to her, no, because you want your mom to like you, so you lie, right? So Tana learned to lie. So, but the rest of us, your mom says, well, really, well, there will be no dinner for you if you continue to lie. And you go, yes, Mom, I took the cookie. Why is that a problem? Because we're not supposed to have cookies before dinner. I'm supposed to ask for a cookie. Okay. So then your mom says, what do you say? And you say, I'm sorry, Mommy, that I stole the cookie from the cookie jar. And then she goes, okay, and what's going to happen the next time? It's not going to happen again, Mommy, I promise. I'm not going to get up there because if I do, then I'm going to be in quiet time for 15 minutes. First grade, okay? She was a church leader for 3 years. She told us that in a video recently. Okay, let's go down here and see some other comments. Kirsty Marie said, I thought some parts were worded well and how she apologized to Colin, but the rest I'm just not sure about. Track said it sounded like someone else wrote it and she memorized it, kind of roboted it. And she didn't memorize it, she was reading it from a script. Steffa said, scripted and not sincere. She seems annoyed that she had to make the video in the first place. Byron said, another one? Geez, that girl spends a lot of time on her knees apologizing. Family friendly. And there were some dots in there, so if I read it differently, it would have come across worse. Okay. Someone said, watch her other, oh, this is Penny, said, watch her other apologies compared to this one. She seemed more sincere and in the moment with the others. I also watched go with Dennis' take on it. He noticed different scenes that were shot on different times of day. That's absolutely correct. If you go and watch it, like the lighting goes in and out. So it's interesting, like this must have been a very long video that she shot and they had her shoot like certain parts and tried to edit it together. I don't know. But it's not cohesive when you watch it as a video. Let's go down here to the ones that they hold for comment. You know those. Those are sometimes my favorite tweets. Okay. Come on, let's go down here. Where are they at? Oh, there aren't any? Are you kidding me? Okay. Casey Joe. Bring your mama some sweet tea, Casey Joe. I love sweet tea. She said, terrible. To the bleed, the blood, the blood, the left, the blood, we'll see. Rebecca said she apologized. I don't remember that coming up while she was deflecting and gaslighting her entire audience. Okay, Honey Boo Boo said, I keep thinking, oh, well, she's so young, but she's 20 effing 2. She seems actually self-aware, though. Like she says, time and action will tell. Also, holy white noise. Do you think she did her own makeup, too? Because, damn. I think the whole thing was contrived. From the outfit, to how she was sitting, to how it was set up, to her makeup was probably done professionally, to everything. You know, the thing is it's like, people make a lot of excuses for Tana Mongeau. I think she seemed very self-aware in this video, too. You could kind of tell moments when she like didn't have a problem saying what she was saying, and other moments where she felt like she was absolutely, you know, feeling like she was forced to have to say the things that she wanted to say, or saying the things that she was saying in the video. And it's like, then just don't say them, you know? Like, this is the thing that kills me. It's like, you got to this point in your career, and you, like, I just don't understand why they can't get on video and just talk, you know? Like, I don't understand it. If it were me, and Tana said, if I were her PR person, and she said, what do you think I should do? I'd say, gal, sit down, make a list of the points you want to address. Colin Berry, Simply Nessa, microaggressions, you know, people saying that you have this racist past, and address each point and sit there with a piece of paper, and it's fine if you want to look at it. Hell, I look at notes in my video and just reach over and turn it on and be yourself, girl. Just be yourself. That's what people want to see, okay? And then when you're done, send it to me and I'll watch it and tell you what I think, like as a person just outside watching it. But be yourself. This was crap. This was just like, I almost, to be honest with you, I almost feel like the apology video was more of an FU than anything else that she's done, you know? And like I said in my last video, the apology is not mine to accept, okay? But I feel like the way that it was done was just so disrespectful. It was disrespectful to Colin. It was disrespectful to Simply Nessa. It was disrespectful to her fans. It was disrespectful to people out there that have been, you know, like offended by her. And it's like, because you couldn't give them a genuine response. You came on with a scripted response, which if you come on with a scripted response means you don't trust yourself to just sit down there and talk. And if you don't just trust yourself to sit down there and talk, what is that saying? That you don't really believe these things? So why make the apology video? I don't know. The whole thing is maddening to me. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. Go check out my merch. Go check out my new channel. And go check out my candles. Little PR. Stay with it. I love you guys. A little marketing, I guess. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.